what are conscious breakups and how do you do one?
That's a really good question.
This is Dan Powers from Beyond the Bedroom.
And this is Cathy from the intimacydojo.com.
And I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about this. A lot of people, we were just talking about how it's like most people think till death do you part. But to me, that's like you become cage fighters. It's like, I really wish you'd die. And that's not the kind of relationship I want to be in.
No.
I want me and my partner or partners to be feeling like the relationship is uplifting us and helping us live more fulfilled lives.
Growing together.
Not going, oh dear Lord, how many more years until we're done with this?
Right. Yeah, so I think what's really interesting about it is the Bible does tell us till death do us part, and we've kind of adopted that even for regular relationships. Mm-hmm. So I'm not married, I've got a boyfriend or girlfriend, and I can't break up with them. If I do, I have to justify
Yeah, there's a failure.
Well, there's a failure.
But the other person has to be bad to say...
Right. And that's, I think, the justification for it. It's like, well, they're a bitch, so I've got to break up with them.
I'm taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Versus, I really like this person who I spent part of my life with, and they're just not a good fit for our lives are not a good fit for each other.
We're diverging our paths, and it makes sense for us to be able to go off in our separate directions.
Yeah.
And, I always look at it going, you were madly in love at one point in time. That's why you got together.
Yeah, now you have to hate them to get out of it. Yeah.
Right. And I know a lot of people think, well, gee, there's some jealousy issues, or one of them doesn't want to break up and the other one does. But, really, you're in a relationship, you're moving off in different directions. You almost need to try to remove the emotion from it, which I know is difficult to do, and figure out, it's like, this is the path that we need to go on. They're not along the same lines. How can I support this person in getting what they need in their life, and I get what I need in my life?
Yeah, I think it goes back to, why were you in the relationship to begin with? Why did you enter in this relationship? Probably because it felt good to both of you. You both felt happier together. Mm-hmm. And I didn't always do it well, but I'm friends with most of my exes. Like back in the day, I wish I had conscious breakup skills, because we kind of fought back and forth and struggled. Even though both of us knew that it wasn't the right thing for us anymore, we didn't have the skills to say, hey, I love you, and we're both going to be happier if we're just friends. Or if I didn't know about open relationships then either. Like, we might have been able to find ways to continue happily. Just we weren't necessarily each other's primary.
Yeah.
We could have been in each other's lives and romantic and sexual, but not necessarily like living in the same house and primary.
Well, I even know people who they're in a relationship, they're married, and they love each other, but they're not romantically involved anymore.
Yeah. And
so they go outside for their romantic needs, but they're very loving with their partner at home and doing the other needs that they have.
Yeah.
The everyday life kinds of things, which include fun things too, just not sex.
I think that's I like the idea of rewriting relationships and sex in many ways. My cat is making a cameo. But it's like, I have one of my best friends in the world. He's amazing. We're very romantic with each other. People always like, how long have you been married? We're not married. We're not sexual. We love each other. We're so sweet to each other. Very romantic. And I have other partners that are like sex friends. Like, they're friends with benefits, and we're not romantic, and we're not in love. And I think we get to put all the pieces, like everybody used to put them all together. Mm-hmm. They glued all the Legos together, and then they wondered why they couldn't build fun things.
Right.
We get to put the Legos together in different ways, and we get to explore with whoever we're engaged with and say, hey, this Lego looks like it might fit with your Lego. Do you want to try it out for a while? And we don't have to break everything later. We can say, oh, no, those don't fit together. I'm going to take my Lego and go home.
I've never heard a relationship put together through Legos before. We have Lego movies, now we have Lego sex.
Well, it's kind of how it works.
True.
Leave comments below. Do you like the Lego analogy, or would you prefer something else?
Lego my Lego.
Congratulations on taking this time for yourself and learning these things. If you'd like to follow more of this, you can subscribe to my channel here. Social media is up here, and there's more videos of this type here. See you soon.